Yep. From Flagstaff Starlite Lanes here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Skylar McGowan was trying to crawl. You're fine. You stay right where you are. Skylar McGowan's trying to crawl back in this match. He's going up against suddenly red-hot Hunter Mays, who's got the front five. Skylar opened in the first two frames, had three in a row after that, leaves that fourth in there in the sixth frame. To their right, Monroe Holt looking to make his first career top four appearance, a title-winning appearance, but he's going up against two-time champ Ian Silva, who has been red-hot all weekend long. So is Skylar, but he's run into a speed bump here in the powerful Mays, who won last week, our last Southwest event in Phoenix to open the new season, as we're doing some time travel. This is this season. Next week is last season. The week after is next season. If you've never seen Hunter Bull, man, is he fun to watch. Left-handed raw power. And El Lofto today as well. Hunter made this move to start lofting the ball halfway through the last game against Cesar Padilla, and he's barely missed ever since. It's a great move. It's an underutilized move. People don't go to loft as often as they used to, simply because oils hold up better and synthetic heads hold up a little bit better. And it's a great trick to have in your bag when the fronts are getting a little squirrely, as they are. It's been pretty high scoring all weekend long, but as sometimes happens on house patterns, by the end of a long day of traffic, they get a little funky. Ian not feeling the funky at all. He's just cruising right along, opens with a double. It's kind of at that average level that when he's on, he is on. When he's off, he is off. But it has been all on this weekend. He was off in Phoenix a couple weeks ago, and he's a whole different bowler. That's the nature of the game. Never saw him before. Front six, hey, front seven. He had the hands up in the excuse me, my bad look, but he crushed him. And now all of a sudden, thinking a whole different set of things is, unfortunately for McGowan, he's just not a lot he can do about it. He may have lost as soon as he didn't strike in the first. To their right, that's Emily Cheeseman. She's bowling in the U17 title match. She missed the girls scratch, but made the U17. That's a little unusual. She is playing against that same Cesar Padilla, and man, nothing going right for Skylar over there. That's a rotten break to get a 7-9 out of that somehow. Sorry. This young lady finished up in third. Well, we weren't going to mention that. Monroe, this is his best JBT performance from Tucson, as you can see. Bowls off and on, got himself a reactive ball in a lesson, and here he is. Slides by, a lot of oil left in the middle, and a lot of that oil has pushed down the middle of the lane. You might hear the scratch bowlers use the term cliffed to describe that. When you have cliffed and carry down, sometimes it's tough to sort of put that puzzle together. Hunter obviously has. Cesar's still dealing with it. Shot 240 the first game. He kind of tamed out that over-under, but getting the ball to slide at the break point, and then if he adjusts off of that, it nosedives on him. Wow. And Skylar absolutely creates shrapnel down there, and unfortunately the 7-pin remains. Yish. 10 frames can go by awfully fast when you're playing catch-up, and just not the break you wanted there. This guy finished fourth. Vegas via Hawaii. Monroe decides to kick the field goal again. That's all right. Skylar, a great spare shooter, no problem at it, but he does not need spares right now. Right now, it's all just about how close he can get to history. 7 or 8 300s in JBT title matches, most of them by ASU bowlers. Cortez and Matt Jones, the original and notable exception. Another nice shot by Ian. He'll take that flat 10. Oh, Matt's luck. Pipe that a little bit. Little extra encouragement from the fan club there.
Right.
Well, Ian Oaks it by that 10.
Okay.
The difference is 39 rather. He's got to beat Monroe by 39 to tie and 40 to win. He's already up by 34 or so in pretty good shape. Hunter more than capable of sparing this. Boy, and you see how quickly that ball jumped off to the left. I said he's capable. I didn't say he was gonna. Choose my words carefully when I'm on camera here. The peanut gallery will always correct me in a heartbeat if something goes awry. Nice shot from Emily over there. Nothing but 9s and 10s from Silva so far. That's all he wants to do. Skylar can max for 203, so this is already actually mathematically over. He's lofted some more. There you go. If the front 30 feet of the lanes are confusing you, just airmail it over the front 30 feet of the lanes. That's all you gotta do. It's absolutely a mandatory skill to have. Proprietors on old wooden lanes might not like it somehow. By the way, huge thanks to the whole crew at Starlite. They're not even reopened yet. They opened just for us. The place looks good. 60-year-old facility. Here's to 60 more. That's what Skylar's been doing a lot of all weekend long. Just in a one-game title match, sometimes you run up against a buzzsaw. Hold up quickly, he struck on the last ball in the 5th. Still plenty of time in the handicap match. That's a ball change too. And I guess a good one, all of a sudden he comes up with a double. That does McGowan. Skylar led the 3 squads combined on Saturday. Somehow decided to bowl the 8 PM squad too, and almost led that as well. So he's really been locked in all weekend. But Mays has been locked in all season. In addition to winning Desert Open, he won the PBA Junior Regional last weekend. Comfortably won that, by the way. And Emily finished 2nd in the girls division of that too, so a couple finalists from that event. Nice double there. She can strike out for 202, which would force a mark out of Padilla. We shall get the double and put a hex on Caesar. The whammy on him. Couple buckets here. Skylar first with the backup style. Oh, that was tricky. Oh, nice. Ian a little bit more conventional, but just as effective. Emily does get that first strike. She's still got her head in the game. All she knows to do is get her mask above her nose so I can publish this video. These bowlers, Hunter included, they put so much effort into the release, the mask falls off their schnozzes. You're brutal. Uh-oh, look out. Trouble for Silva in the 7th, as this match turns quite a bit. El Lofto goes 6-1 for the win. Well, front 6 turns into 228, but it's plenty for career title number 8 for the talented Hunter Mays. Is that technically back-to-back here, too?
Yeah.
You actually won the Sunday of last time we were here. Big shot for Holt. He's got a double working here in the 7th that hangs on to the right gutter, almost hooks over into the left gutter, and gets 6 out of it. Emily did get that double, so Caesar does have to mark here to win U17. Let's see if he can claim it. You've never seen this kid ball. Watch the rotation on this strike shot. Zzz. When it hits there, it almost never doesn't strike. He'll get your U17 win today. Oh, that would have been fancy if he found a way to make that. Instead, 3 out gives him 97 scratch through 7, so he trails by 22. and he's getting 39. So Silva's got to make up 17 pins in the last 3 frames, both bowlers on opens, so you can dig out the marks. Yeah, pretty shot. That was a great ball change for him. Keeping calm in a situation he's never been in before. I don't think he's made too many cuts, let alone the top 4 with us, so this is totally uncharted territory for him. Ian's won majors, so he knows what he's doing out there. He's just got to put the good shots together. That looks good. Oh man, but it hooks at the last second. Boy, that ball turned left in the back couple feet and disasters. 4-6. 220 something for Padilla. Here, U17 champ. 8-1 was in 127. His lead shrinks to 10, so now he's got more work to do in the 9th and 10th.
Yeah, no, not that one.
He strikes a lot. He needs a couple of them here now. Or else it'll be a slightly longer ride back to Santa Teresa. Because they're going to throw him on the roof. Alright, there you go.
No roof for him.
No
Not
roof for him. He's gonna sit in the passenger side.
I said no roof, and then they start raising it. That's what happened there. Great recovery shot from me in there in the 9th. Let's see if Monroe can answer in his 9th. One left. Oh, what a colossal break.
That was an awesome shot.
Reminiscent of Jack Haynes back there with the way Brooklyn, and gets that really lucky carry at a really fantastic time for it. Just to get here, he needed an open frame from Peyton Lee in the 10th frame of the last match. He got it. Now trying to parlay that into title number 1. I still think that's enough. Let's do some math here. If he misses all of this, he'll get to 148, which is 183. No, Ian can get 188, so I think he's got to still do something here. Let's see what he gets, then we'll figure it out again.
I'm not good at math.
Brain is steaming here.
Do the math for me.
All right, 7-2. It was 152 plus pins is 191, and he did need to get those pins on that fill ball because that is enough. The best Ian can do is 188, which would be 3 pins shy. Well, back to the roof rack for Ian. It's a beautiful day out.
You're right.
Boy, if he had needed that strike and that pin stood, that would have been one of the worst things I've ever seen. Fortunately, neither of those two things happened. Even though that would have been, he would get more, this video would get more views if that had stood, because that thing would have gone viral.
Right.
Well, if only. That 9 miss in the 4th was 1, and then back-to-back splits in the 7th and 8th. They're going to be the difference in a tight match. Well, we feel bad for guys who lead the tournament fairly comfortably, but that's the game. It'll work the other way around too, somewhere down the road for these guys. Don't tell them that right now. They don't want to hear it.
No, they don't.
I don't blame them. These guys are competitors. See if he finishes out in style. He does for 187. 4-pin margin of victory. Good enough as Monroe Holt is suddenly a JBT champion. Oh, there we go. Sister knows it. There we go.
Awesome.
Great stuff in Flagstaff all weekend. We will do it again in SoCal next weekend to finally wrap up season 24. And we're just going to follow Emily around because she's got the nose over her mask finally, and just the way we want it. There we go. Goodbye, Emily.